Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. It's Brenda Quintana here, and I'm in Mexico right now as you're watching this tutorial, and hopefully I'm having a great time. We are right at the end of the month. We are April 30th today, and catalogs, the Spring Mini Catalog and the annual catalog from last year are coming to an end today. So if there's anything you still want out of the old catalog that's retiring, make sure you get it today. If you're ordering at least $50, make sure you use my host code. And for every $50 you spend using this host code, you're going to get a pack of Retired Designer Series paper. It will be a surprise which package you get, but they're all 6x6 packages, and they have at least 20 sheets in them, and they're wonderful. They're all ready to go. So for every $50 you spend, you'll get one of these packages, and I have all different sorts of patterns. So don't worry, I won't run out. I have a lot of designer series paper, and as it retires, I cut anything that's big enough to be a 6x6 square, and I put it into a package. So I always have new ones retiring all the time. So I'm always bringing in new into my retired stock so that I can use them as gifts for you. So that's this month's gift. Now, I'm going to be talking a lot today about the new catalog because it is starting tomorrow and on May 1st, and there are a couple things going on that you should know about. Number one, I got a change over of host code. So if you're planning on ordering tomorrow, please use my new host code for May 2024, which is this one. And if you order at least $50 in May, you're going to get a package of the In Color, they're called In Color Resin Dots. Let me pull these up. They are the 2024-2026 In Color Resin Dots. They're right here. So very cute. And so that's the gift if you're ordering. But I've got an even better deal for you. We have a fabulous starter kit special. In fact, I can't remember a starter kit special that I've been this excited about, because I always love it when you get extra color product, because I love the new In Colors. Every year, it's just fun to have new colors. And this is an In Color package that gets added to your starter kit. So the starter kit is $99. Let me put this away on the screen, because this is if you're ordering as a customer. You won't get this if you're ordering the starter kit, but you're going to get so much more. Okay, so let's talk about the starter kit. So it's $99, and you get $125 worth of product that you get to choose. So whatever product you want. And then there's the In Color add-on that you're going to get when you order the starter kit. So in that In Color package, you're going to get all 5 of the new ink pads: Peach Pie, Pretty in Pink, Petunia Pop, Shy Shamrock, and Summer Splash. Then you're going to get a 20 sheet pack of the cardstock. You're going to get 4 of each color. You're going to get a 40 sheet pack of designer series paper. They're 6x6 patterns. And then the last thing you're going to get is these markers that match the In Colors, and that's an $82 value. So for your $99, you're going to get over $200 worth of product, plus the starter kit ships for free. So the only other thing you would pay is tax. So it is a phenomenal deal. So if you're on the fence, say you were a team member of mine in the past and you want to come back, please go ahead and get this fabulous starter kit. Stampin' Up! Welcomes back past demonstrators, so don't feel you can't join again. And I would love to have you on my Bee Stampers team. So please take a look at the special before you order, so that you can make the most of things. And I have a separate video that I've released on the starter kit special. If you go to... I'm going to put up this link real quick. Where is it? Right here. If you go to cubiesquest.com/join, if you click on that, or if you go to my blog and you click on the starter kit, I have a separate 5-minute video that kind of goes over all the benefits of the starter kit. I'm not going to do that today, but I hope you'll watch that. And then if you have any questions, please email me. Even though I'm in Mexico this week, I'm still answering my emails. So please feel free to go ahead and message me. And if you want to wait till next week, that's fine too. I just want you to know that I welcome your questions and I will absolutely answer them. All right, so that's what's starting. The new catalog starts tomorrow. Yay! I can't wait to order from it myself. I have some pre-order items though that we were able to order. We weren't able to order from the whole catalog, so I designed today's card with new product, which usually I don't do ahead of time, but I thought since I'm gone and the catalog starts on May 1st and I wanted to share with you something from the new catalog. So let's take a look at the card that we are casing today or copying. Let me move my face over. Okay, so it's here. This is the card, and I love that this is all spring florals. Now, this is a card from the mini catalog that is leaving now. And so let's take a look at this layout a little more closely. Here it is. There is an angled layer, that dark layer that's angled, but I just made it straight because it's being covered up for the most part. I don't think it really needed to be angled because that just adds a little extra complexity to the card. So I'm going to show you my card. So this is a great sketch to use if you need to know some of the measurements of the card. So I kind of just eyeball it. So you don't have to be exact, but this will help you if you need those measurements. Okay, let me close this up. And so here is my card, and this is using the new in colors. Aren't they beautiful and summery? This background color is called Summer Splash. The leaves are in Shy Shamrock, and the flowers are in Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, and Pretty in Pink. Oh, and we do have one new color right now that is not part of the in color collection. So you're not going to get that in the starter kit, but it's called Basic Beige, and that is my card base and the embossed layer behind it. So that is our new Basic Beige cardstock, and it also has ink pads and everything like that to match. All right, I'm going to show you how to make this card. I hope you make it with me. If not that, you are welcome to go over onto our Casing Tuesday Facebook group, and I'll just tell you a little bit about that. We copy cards every week out of the catalog, and there's a group of us that does that. And then we also invite you, anyone who wants to play along. So if you want to find that Facebook group, look down below in the description of the video, and you will find the link to the Casing Tuesday Facebook group. You will also find a supply list. You'll find a link back to my blog for my blog posts. So there'll be lots of information down below. Just make sure you click on show more or see more so that you can see it all and not just the first sentence. All right, let me flip over here. And I really should have, before I did this, I really should have made sure my sound was all the way up. Let's see if we need to make any adjustments. Sometimes when I change between videos, it gets rid of my sound. So let's have a look at this card. It is made using the Unbounded Love bundle. And this bundle, when you buy the stamp set and dies together, you save 10%. This bundle, I'm going to be using it again on Friday's tutorial. And it has beautiful words in it. And then these labels to match. I know you're going to love the stamp set. Look at, it's got hope, love, faith, peace. You're a true blessing. Just really inspiring and happy messages. May all your wishes come true. Happy birthday. My heart goes out to you. Just a very, very nice bundle. All right. Let's start off. We need to do a lot of die cutting on this card. So let's start off with the die cutting. Let's just get that done. So I'm gonna bring in my big machine because we also need to do some embossing. I'm using this embossing folder right here, and because of that, I'm going to need the width of the machine. Otherwise, for the die cutting part, I wouldn't need, I could do it with my mini machine. All right, let's start off. We're gonna need our base platform. We're gonna need our thin die adapter. So number 1 plate, number 2 plate. We're going to take a clear plate for the bottom. And we need to cut a lot of flowers and a lot of leaves. So let's grab pieces. Okay, so leaves. Here's what I'm going to do with the leaves, which is kind of sneaky and tricky of me. I'm going to use this label. I want these leaves right here. I'm going to cut them away from the label. So I'm just going to stick them on the corner here. And then I'm going to add those right there. And then I'm going to cut flowers in all of these colors. So let's start off with pretty in pink. And we'll just pop these down here. One of each die set, and then we're gonna just run this through. Okay. Pop those out. Pop those out in a minute. And these guys too. Pop these out. Pop this one. And I'm gonna need my little poker tool to get this out. Poke, poke. All right. Move this out of the way. And then we'll move this out of the way. So what I do when I've got a lot of stuff like this stuck to my plate, I just use an old hotel room key and I just scrape it off into my garbage can. I found that's the easiest way to remove them. Let's do one in peach pie. I'm going to see if going back and forth helps me remove those little dots out of the flowers. I just went one way with one, so now the dots are coming off a little bit better if I run them through twice. So maybe we'll do that in the future. Come on out. And then this one. Pull that out. If you find your dies are sticking to the cardstock, you can always use wax paper to remove them. I've got a lot of little dots on here, so I'm just going to scrape them off into my garbage can. And then we just have to do petunia pop. And I noticed there's a few little dots in here, so I'm just going to poke those out real quick. And I noticed there's a couple here too. Pop, pop. Okay. We're going to run that through. And then we just need to do the die, not the die cutting, the embossing. Poke this out. Sorry, I'm kind of off camera here. I'm just trying to grab these little guys. And poke them out. All right. Okay, all my flowers are now out. And now we're going to get rid of the clear plates and the thin die adapter. We've got our base plate number 1. I've got a piece of basic beige that measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm going to take, this is a new embossing folder called Eyelet, and I'll just slide this in here and try and line it up and center it. Center it. All right. Once it's centered, I'm just going to put it right on the base platform number 1 and take my number 4 plate, which comes with your machine, and run it through the machine. This is for 3D embossing folders, and the Eyelet one is a 3D. Okay, look at how beautiful that is. Nice and deep embossing. All right, I'm going to move everything off to the side. And let's bring in all of our little pieces, and let's get them situated first. This one has a lot of die cutting to it. So get rid of these little leaf pieces. Sometimes when the pieces aren't too big, it's pretty easy just to kind of wiggle them with your fingers a little bit, and those little chads fall out. If there's some that are stubborn, you can use like a poker tool. There we go. This one, little pieces came out of that one. Now this one, has a few little pieces that I want to cut off. Okay, so right here, it was attached to a frame, so I'm just going to come along here and just get rid of that. And I'm going to come down here and trim off this piece of the frame right here and right there. So now I have a nice little section of leaf. I have 3 pieces of leaves. And then I'll just come along with each flower, and I'll just poke out those little centers of the blossom. If you want to, you can use, we do sell like a little die brush that you can use to run over these. Or you can use the technique where you use a dryer sheet. I like to use unscented dryer sheets, and if you put that one right underneath your cardstock, the little chads tend to stick to that and not the they don't stay in the little holes, they pull out. So that's kind of handy too. So I could have done that technique. And I'm just prepping my little flowers, just making sure they've got the little things out of them. Some of them just dropped out. The pretty and pink ones were the ones I did first, and I didn't run them through back and forth, so they didn't come out as nicely. But the rest of them, most of the little flowers popped out. The pretty and pink ones were the exception. I'm going to have to poke them a little bit more. Okay. Got just... Okay, that one's already done. And that one will be done. Okay, so now I'm just going to take all of these little pieces and just sweep them off my desk into my hand and then into the garbage can so that most of them are gone. Okay, we've got all of our little tiny die cuts. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do one die cut. Oh, shoot. Okay, we're gonna do, I'm gonna grab my machine back real quick. I need to cut a label. So let's go back and do that real quick. We need our number 1 plate. We need our number 2 plate and our number 3 thin die adapter. Grab our little label, a little piece of basic white, and we'll just go ahead and cut a label to stamp her greeting on. I knew I was missing something. It's okay though. It's nice that the stamp set comes with labels so that, okay, let's move this out of the way. There we go. Okay, now we have all our die cuts. Here's the card. Let's take a look at the card base. So our card base made out of basic beige, and it measures 11 inches by 4 1/4, and I'm scoring in half at the 5.5 inch mark. And then I'm going to fold in half along the score line and just smooth down that fold. This is the piece we embossed earlier, and it fills the entire card front. So we'll just take this and glue this down right on top of here. And then press that down into place. Okay, so now we need a piece to glue our floral pieces on. So I've taken a piece, I believe this is 4.5 inches, but I want to double check. Nope, I lied. It is 5 inches long by 3 inches, 5 by 3 inch piece. And then I've got a 3 inch by 2.5 inch piece. And I'm just going to put this down here at the bottom. This color is our new Summer Splash cardstock, and this is the new Summer Splash in color paper. And I love, look at the two different sides. It's got this side and that side. These patterns, I love these patterns. So there's also this polka dotted pattern. And then this is the back side of that polka dotted pattern. So you get 40 sheets, and you get 8 sheets of each color, and you get 4 double-sided patterns. So of each grouping, so to speak. So I don't know if I explained that really well, but you'll get 4 of the striped sheets with the floral on the back, and then 4 of the polka dotted sheets with that other pattern on the back. Okay, so I've just glued this down to the bottom, and now I'm going to show you how I'm going to arrange this. So I'm going to take the leaves, and I want to kind of arrange them so they're halfway down, halfway on this striped part, and halfway kind of sticking up. I do want them sticking out a little bit, and then this one's going to come over here. So I'm just going to take my glue, very lightly just run it on here, and I'm going to tilt it a bit. And I'll do the same for the second biggest one. And I just want to have it come off just a teeny tiny bit. And then I'll do my last little leaf. And we'll add that right onto here. Okay. So now the florals. How did I do the florals? So basically what I did, there's 2 little guys that didn't want to release their centers. Okay, so basically what I do is I just start building a pattern. You can actually use the same pattern that I used here, but you don't have to. You can just start on one end, and you want to kind of go up, you want to kind of hit close to that dotted line there. And I just like to start with all the long stems first and just kind of play with them and put them on here. So you can kind of tell what the back side is and what the front side is. Okay, so I grabbed all the ones that were the one direction, so that wasn't very intentional. I didn't want to necessarily do that. I kind of wanted to grab them randomly, but that's okay. You're just gonna crisscross them over the top. And I'll just add that one there. And then we'll add this last purple one here. You'll see in a minute that you can be pretty random with these and it still works out well. So now I'm just going to come in and fill with the small little pieces. I think I'm going to do an orange. I may have lost one of them. That's not good. And you don't have to use all of them. I just am in a very spring-like mood right now because it is definitely spring outside in our yard. It's beautiful out here. We've got azaleas bloomed, forsythias blooming. We've got tulips coming up. It is so beautiful in our backyard. Okay, so I just created a random pattern. And look, it is different than my last random pattern. So you don't have to repeat the pattern at all. Okay, we're gonna adhere that in a second, but first we're gonna get our little greeting ready. And this one says, "You are so loved." And I'm going to use Summer Splash, one of our new in colors. Just ink that up and we will put it right about here. And I'm going to add this right across here, kind of so I can see some of the stems peeking out. I have to start a new sheet of dimensionals. So we'll just add down, stick down, stick down. So right now, it doesn't look that great because we kind of got the stems kind of hanging kind of funny. But if I kind of just maneuver this in place over top, now we've kind of got this broken up and it just looks really pretty. So fun, right? Okay, we'll move this away. And I want to give this a little depth as well. So I'm going to take some more dimensionals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Why 6? That's a good spread for this particular one. Let's make sure they're all sticky. Okay. Flip this around and I'm going to put this a little towards the right side, and I don't want my leaf hanging off, so I just want to make sure that it's like that. Okay, so let's embellish this. I took this is Essentials Baker's twine that we've had in the catalog for a while, and it's continuing over. And I used the, I guess this would be the vanilla color, and it actually is almost the color of the beige. So I love that. So I'm just going to put a little tiny bit of glue right close to the leaves, and I'm going to stick my knot right in there. And just add that little bow that I tied earlier. this little piece of ribbon or trim wants to pop up. That's okay. It's happy it's spring too, right? Okay, so then get rid of all of these little dimensional backings. And I want to just add, these are also in the in color, but they're shimmer gems. So this is what I'm going to use today. On Friday, I'm going to use the resin dots. But I thought today the shimmer gems looked better for what I wanted to do. So I'm just going to grab one of each color and place them around here. So I'm going to do, up top, I'm going to do the floral colors. And then down here, I'm going to grab this one here. Oh, you don't want to come off. Okay, now you're off. I'm going to put a dot there. And I'm going to put a dot down here. And that is all there is to it. Look how pretty they turned out. Both are different. And this is new in colors, new beautiful summer in colors. I hope you enjoyed this card. All right, I'm coming back over to you. Thank you so much for watching my video tutorial today. I will be back next Tuesday with a live video for you. So I hope you'll join me on my live at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And until then, if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would love it if you would do that. And if you want to be notified when I go live next time, make sure you hit that notification bell. I have, for my Friday projects, I always have project sheets. So if you want to get project sheets from me, not for this card today, but for my bigger, more complicated projects, make sure you're on my email list. The link for that is down below in the description of the video, and that will give you the project sheet that comes out every Saturday. I hope you have a fabulous week, and tomorrow's the start of the catalog, so don't forget to check it out online. And I will look forward to seeing you all next week again. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.